right, guys, here we go. We got a fun little video here, a little project that we're recording here. This is for Powell Lacrosse. This is for the Craftsman's 22 challenge here. And as we're walking into where we're going here, I'm going to tell you guys what the challenge is. And right here, guys, is what we're doing. We have, as you can see, there's $22 in this package along with a transition lacrosse head. Project today is to go into this store right here, Home Depot. The challenge is to put together a lacrosse head or mesh that will throw the best for $22. All right, guys, rules to the challenge here. Email from Ryan Powell himself. Here we go. Go to Home Depot and you have $22 to spend. Take photos of any products that we purchase, plan to use. You must only use supplies from Home Depot, no exceptions. And then we have points. Once they get these heads back, either Ryan and the crew there over at Powell Lacrosse says they're going to take 10 shots on a goal corner target. 1 point for each. Best 5 heads get office vote, also points for that. You get 1 point back also for every unused dollar that was not spent on the challenge. And that's it. And then obviously 5 extra points for any head that is most unique. So there's our challenge. All right, so with their rules in mind, let's go see what we got. All right, guys, here's some chains. All right, guys, this would be interesting here. It has a coating on the chain, which would be kind of nice. And it's cheap at 35 cents a foot. So you can imagine we could probably weave something together with that there, right there. That's an option right there, right off the bat. I want to be able to buy some extra. Obviously, if our first try doesn't work, we're gonna have a couple tries at this here. So let's keep looking. All right, guys, another options right here is we have all kinds of colored paracord that they carry. It's a little expensive at, well, some of it is. Some of it's up to $8.50. This stuff here is probably $4, and we can cut this up. We get quite a bit of it here, about 50 feet. So that would be plenty right there. Another interesting option that I kind of ran into here would be, tell me what you guys think, would be they have rubber bungees. So you have 4 feet of rubber bungees. So the last option, at least in this aisle, speaker wire, electrical wire could be good too. If I want to be able to hook stuff into the stringing holes, or you could just weave it, right? So 2 options that we're gonna have to go there. Maybe a little more of a traditional pocket. And unless we can find, and I'm gonna look on the Home Depot app right now, any sort of netting, like fishing netting. And there's a lot of like netting and stuff like that, but it's over our $22 budget. So, but there was something on there that was $12 I thought was pretty interesting, and it's pretty big, so we'd have some extra and something to work with. Aisle 41, let's check it out. This right here, some wiring. This was pretty cheap at like $12. They have this kind of stuff too, which would be real interesting, but we had to find some, well, obviously not the roll because that's over our budget. And I scoured a lot of Home Depot. I've been here about 30 minutes just walking the aisles. Came across this guy here. Be interesting. The price point though is $18, so that's not leaving us hardly any room whatsoever at our $22 mark. I think we're on the right track, but just need probably a couple more trips down to some of these aisles here, and I think we'll be good. I really like that fish netting right there. Man, spent a lot of time in there. Kind of put us a little behind today, but hopefully what I got will be worth it. We should be able to, if it works out good, we should be able to string something up fairly quickly. Stay tuned, guys. I'll try and take you to the next part of this video, which is the actual production of this thing, and see what we can come up with and test it and throw it, which I'm excited about. So see you on the next segment. All right, guys, here we go. Day 2 of the Craftsman's Challenge, and just to recap there, we just spent, I don't know, over an hour in Home Depot just going through every aisle. This is what we finally came up with, and we have our bag here. This is going to be our mesh, which is just the pump filter, okay? We have our string. We went, I wanted to get some color, so we went cheap on the string, and but got enough of it to where we could do this a couple times. And then also we have our lacrosse head, and then our change, which we should get, 4.5 points for the extra, and then our receipt to show how much we spent. We did not go over the $22. We had $17.76. So I got all the tools here that I'm going to use for the challenge here. Some scissors, needle nose, tweezers, measuring tape. And I think what we're going to do here is just get, I want to get just a regular piece of mesh and really stretch it out here, and then kind of measure what the filter would be and kind of cut it for our first go, and kind of see how much that filter is really going to stretch to form a pocket. So be very curious here. And I kind of have just like a half strung head here to kind of just measure it up to the filter here. So let's go ahead and get started and get everything unwrapped here. All right, guys, so stretch this out, and it looks about, once you really get it stretched out, about 7.5 at its farthest point. Lengthwise is about 14. So let's see if we maybe go 7 by a 14 piece, and then we'll see once we cut it how much we can get a little stretch on this thing. All right, here we go. We got our mesh cut, and I left the top portion, which had like a seam on it. I'm gonna see if I can make that kind of like the folded piece you would of the mesh. Okay, so we took the seam off. Nice clean. I'm excited to see if this actually works, because this could actually be a really cool piece of mesh if it actually works. So pretty durable. I don't think it's going to stretch too much, though. That's going to be the issue we're going to have as far as forming a pocket. Yeah, here we go. Let's start stringing. This top string is almost done, and some goods and bads right off the bat is this mesh material we picked out looks, man, this is going to be really good. I think it's super strong. It's definitely going to be able to handle a bounce back or even taking some shots off of it. I think we can get a good channel off of this thing. Bad part is the string. Another good part is the string fits perfectly through the holes that we chose, the smaller string, but I feel like it's just not very strong. So that's going to be, so I'm going to use as many of the holes as I can. All right, so we're about a third of the way done here on the sidewalls, and we're just kind of taking it slowly here, wrapping it as we go. But I believe that as we get down here, we should be able to form a little bit of a channel on this thing, and then hopefully a pocket good enough to hold the ball. But yeah, so far so good. I think using the extra strings helping strengthen the sidewalls of this, because this stuff will rip a little bit if you pull it enough. So having multiple wraps in one hole has definitely helped kind of form the pocket on this so far. Is this gonna work? We'll find out. All right, guys, we are done doing the sidewalls here. It took a while and it took a couple tries. This mesh isn't very pliable, but I think we have something that we can maybe work with. We got somewhat of a pocket in this thing, as you can see. Wrapped it pretty good, pretty much through every mesh part that I could there. And not a deep pocket. I would like a little bit more of a slant on the front portion of this here, but it's definitely wide enough for a ball to come up and out. It's pretty rubbery and pretty sticky, so maybe this will help us a little bit there. We just lightly tied off the bottom portions here. We're gonna go ahead and put in, we're gonna try and put in kind of like a bottom string here and try and get a little bit more depth on the bottom here. So let's get that started. All right, guys, we are done with the stringing of this thing. I think we'll try it with no shooters at first, but here's a close-up of the crazy bottom string I did there. And we'll just kind of see if this mesh will kind of go up like regular mesh here, which it kind of does. So I kind of might leave it like that. Now the true test is, man, let's go outside and see if this thing will actually throw. What do you guys think before we go outside? Yes or no in the comments. Here we go. All right, guys, we've made our way outside here. Got this thing on a shaft, and you know, it's not bad. We'll looks like these strings are already getting in the way, but sorry for the extra clutter in this video. If you see anything back here, we got some construction going on, guys, around the sports complex here, and but it's all stuff that you guys will get to see in a couple feature videos here. Just to give you a hint, retail. That's kind of the hint you guys get here. So we're gonna start pretty close here. We're only 5 yards from the goal. I got some bunch of just rubber foam balls here. It's actually a legal pocket, very low. Let's just take a couple shots here and kind of see. Wow, you guys, this thing's pretty accurate. That's at 5 yards though, and the strings seem to hold up pretty decent. So let's go back to 10 yards, see what happens. Okay, we're at 10 yards right here, so we're gonna shoot, we'll just shoot 5 right now and see if we can hit anywhere close to the corner there with this thing. All right, so that's about 8 shots there. It's just about a foot high, and that probably has to do with this little slope here. All right, guys, so we've thrown about 20 to 25 balls at this thing, and I figured that slope in there. But we're just, I mean, we're not far off. We're just literally, we're hitting left and right. It's great, which means it has a good channel in it, but we're shooting high every time, so about 12 inches high. So close right now. Throwing real balls out of it. None of the mesh is ripped yet, so which means that the string job is decently strong on this, so I think we'll be good. We just gotta get some shooters in here. So stay tuned, guys. Day 3 coming up of the Craftsman's Challenge. So far, we're looking good. Day 2 here. So this is what I come up with. I spent the past hour or so weaving in some shooting strings. And they actually look pretty cool, so hopefully that might give us some points there. They're not very thick, obviously, because we had to use that really thin yarn, but maybe it might just be enough to get the ball to come off the mesh here a little bit. Okay, we're gonna shoot a real ball. So it seems to have brought this down a little bit. It was shooting up about 12 inches higher than the corner, so we put 3 strings in it. And it seems to be bringing that shot down. And that was right up in that corner right there. So we'll go ahead and turn off the camera, guys. I'm gonna fire 20 shots in this or so to see kind of what the average is. We'll turn the camera back on, and we'll get a close up there of the corner while we shoot. And that'll kind of be our final average and kind of see what we got. So let's go ahead and take some more practice shots. of them hit the post, bounced out. So man, we're right in there, guys. Here you go, final project, Craftsman's Challenge. What do you guys think? Not bad. So we'll see how we go. We'll have to do a little follow-up video once the judging's done. But dude, not bad. $17 and what was it, $17.76 or something like that, guys. So there you go, right there. Hopefully top 3. We'll see how he goes, but man, I really like how this thing shoots. So for just a made up little pocket, not bad. Thanks guys for watching. Hey, comment below what you guys think of this thing, and more videos to come, guys. A lot of big year for us, so as a company, keep growing. Hope to see you guys this summer at events.